People often say, never judge a book by its cover, but not everyone listens. On a bright Monday morning, a man named Marcus walked into a luxury car dealership, dressed in simple clothes, jeans, sneakers, and a plain shirt. The manager, Richard, barely looked up from his desk. To him, Marcus was just another man wasting his time. As Marcus admired the latest cars, Richard's irritation grew. "Sir, this place isn't for window shoppers," he snapped. Marcus smiled calmly, "I just wanted to see what's new." Richard frowned, stepping forward. "Then you can see yourself out. We don't need people like you crowding the floor." The room went silent as a few employees exchanged uncomfortable glances. Marcus quietly nodded and left, but not before turning back with a mysterious smile that no one understood. Later that afternoon, Richard bragged to his co-workers about how he handled the situation. He didn't notice the uneasy expressions on their faces. One of them, Anna, whispered, "You shouldn't have done that. He looked like someone important." Richard laughed. "Important? Did you see those clothes?" He didn't know that his laughter would soon turn into regret. Meanwhile, Marcus sat in his car outside, gazing at the dealership he was about to own. A few months earlier, he had purchased the entire business chain through his company but hadn't announced it publicly. He wanted to see how employees treated ordinary customers. Now, after what he experienced, he knew exactly who didn't deserve to stay. The next morning, Marcus returned, this time wearing a crisp suit. The employees noticed the luxury car he stepped out of, whispering among themselves. Richard straightened his tie, putting on his fake smile. "Ah, welcome back, sir. Now we can talk about cars that suit your new image." Marcus smiled slightly. "I'm not here to buy a car," he said. "Oh." Richard blinked, confused. Marcus glanced around, his tone calm but powerful. "I'm here for a meeting. With your owner." Richard chuckled nervously. "Oh. You mean Mr. Thompson? He doesn't meet with customers." Marcus looked him in the eye and replied softly, "Actually, he sold this place to me." For a moment, Richard stood frozen. He thought it was a joke until Marcus pulled out the official ownership documents. The logo, the signatures, everything was real. The color drained from Richard's face as Marcus said, "Now, do you still think I was just a window shopper?" The staff members stared in disbelief. Anna covered her mouth in shock. Marcus continued, "Yesterday, you judged me by my clothes. Today, you'll see who I really am." Richard stammered, "Sir, I didn't mean," but Marcus raised his hand. "Save it. Respect isn't something you give only when it benefits you." His voice echoed through the room, heavy with truth. Marcus gathered the employees for a meeting. Everyone stood silently as he shared his story, how he had started washing cars in this same dealership years ago, saving every penny until he built his own auto company. His journey wasn't easy, he faced rejection, humiliation, and endless doubt. But he never gave up. "I came back not to punish anyone," Marcus said, "but to see who still treats people like I once was treated." He looked directly at Richard. "And sadly, you failed that test." Richard lowered his head, realizing that arrogance had cost him more than his job, it had cost him his integrity. Marcus didn't fire Richard immediately. Instead, he gave him a chance to redeem himself. "From now on," Marcus said, "you'll work under my supervision. You'll learn how to treat every customer, rich or poor, with respect." Richard nodded, ashamed but grateful for the second chance. Over the following weeks, the dealership transformed. The staff started treating everyone with kindness. Customers noticed the difference, and business soared. Marcus often walked the floor quietly, smiling as he saw people being treated the way he always dreamed. Months later, Richard approached Marcus with tears in his eyes. "Sir," he said, "thank you for not giving up on me. You taught me what real leadership means." Marcus smiled warmly. "It's not about cars or money, Richard. It's about how we make people feel." The dealership became known not just for its cars, but for its compassion. And whenever someone new walked in, no matter what they looked like, the team welcomed them with respect. Marcus's story became a lesson for everyone, that true success is built not on pride, but on humility and heart.